you may think of everything before 2000 being useless, or everything before 1980 or before 1910 or whatever it is. But there's a lot of value to pull from the generations before, and some of that is not being used. It's unfortunate because it's getting lost in the shuffle of what's cool today, what's hip today, today. Oh, this is new. This is fresh. This is what is now. So this is all that I'm going to focus on. And perhaps those of us who are a part of the generation that's responsible for showing and teaching have not done our job, right? Because you're supposed to pass the torch, all the wisdom that has been accumulated over time should be passed down, and perhaps it should be done a little bit more emphatically. There seems to be a disconnect of the generations today with the generations before, a major disconnect. If you've been doing your job to connect, good, keep moving forward. But there seems to be sort of this movement to cast everything that's old into the useless category. Oh no, my friends, there's a lot of value. And I look at the silent generation as a major generation for me because of my grandmother. That's the generation that she comes from. And you're talking about someone who had all sorts of challenges, yet kept moving forward with less resources, less access, and got the job done. Challenged in every sense of the word, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of that. The Strength Within series, it's the idea of getting in alignment with more than just what's in front of you. It's the idea of connecting to your inner being, getting in alignment with the Creator. You can give it a name, some say Allah, some say God, some say whatever you want to say. Getting in connection to that, the source, trusting that connection, expanding it, and using what can be used in order for you to elevate the human experience. And this needs to be done now because of everything going on. You are being challenged. Your human existence is being challenged right now, currently. So to get through this challenge, to get through the adversity that is right here in front of you, you must continue to practice and connect. Or I should say connect and then practice, because it will require practice. Oh yes, make no mistake. If you are not taking the drills that I discussed in the previous episodes and applying that on a regular basis in some form, be it the ones that I did or ones that you create, you will lose connection. You will be out of alignment. And when you connect to your inner being, which is a part of the Most High by default, you will then expand. You will then grow. You will become a heightened sense of awareness. I left the church when I was 21 years old and began this journey, 1997, when I started to do meditations on the beach. Okay. Now, of course, meditations can be done anywhere, anytime. But that was the place that I chose to begin my new journey. So I have been on this journey for a very long time. And these episodes allow for me to speak on this. I do not claim to be an expert in these matters. I share my experience. I share what I have seen. There are people roaming the earth who never, ever take the time to be still and connect to their inner being. And there are also people who attempt to connect to their inner being, but they're not really doing it. Like that person that goes to a yoga class, but they're not really invested in what they're doing. They're just doing it because they want to be around others. Of course, now that's a challenge with everything being rerouted, I guess you could say. Some things are opening, some things are not, but that was the idea. There's a gravitational pull that's happening amongst human beings where they want to join movements, they want to connect. There's this validation increase, the desire to feel validated, the desire to feel like you're a part of something, even if it's not necessarily the right thing to be a part of. You really want to be a part of something because you've been so disconnected, and you can sort of track that with the onslaught of social media and phones. What's happening is you have validation taking over. It's not about going into a movement or joining a group or even pairing up with someone having self-awareness first. It's just, I'm going to join this because I need validation from this group of people to make me feel important. This has become a very harmful situation for the human experience because you have a lot of people who are getting together that do not have a connection to their inner self. The other side of you that exists, you lose the desire to connect to it because you're just not doing that. You're out of practice. So going back to the point of practice, it's just like working out. You work out to develop the physical side of you, fine. You'll do those sit-ups, you'll do the crunches, you'll do the curls, you'll do the push-ups and pull-ups, and you'll run. You'll go to Runyon Canyon here in Los Angeles. You'll go to the Culver City Steps. You'll do all of that stuff wherever you are. But the one part of you that's not getting attention is the inner part. You're not giving it enough attention. So my challenge for you this week is to begin the practice of connecting to your inner being. Just that alone. Begin the practice. Turn up the volume on the practice. Turn it up, because that connects to the application of all these extraordinary abilities that you have. And you do have them. I speak on this in every episode of this series, pretty much. But you need to begin the process of understanding what that inner being can do. You need to begin the process of connecting to it on a regular basis, not just when things are good, not when things are bad, but total connection, period, daily. It is your life. It is the thing you do. It is you. Begin the process. Don't wait. Begin the process. This week, start doing it. The 3 previous episodes before this one, episodes 41, 42, and 43. You can look at those. See if you can start incorporating the drills. Make it happen. In order to overcome adversity, you must become very skilled in deflecting, filtering. You must become very skilled in that in order to overcome adversity. Adversity is not going to be removed from the human experience. It is very much a part of it. You must learn how to deflect and filter. There are some situations that are unpleasant that can be reduced. You want to elevate the joy? Connect to the inner being. You want to be able to deflect what's harmful? Connect to the inner being. Believe me, it is that simple.